Japan. Then also end of March we will have London and Zurich. Then we will also do a Q1 Europe webinar to cover most of Europe, and then we might kind of separate into the Nordics and also cover Turkey. Okay, and then we will do Paris. Then the rest of Asia would be over the April and May period. And then we would have San Francisco and the next batch of Europe meetings from May to June, which Matt will be traveling on. So he's just going to do this kind of world tour from one continent to another. Yeah, then tentatively our third batch of Europe events would be over the September, October, and November. Yeah. So I will share this. I'll put this on the group meetings Dropbox folder so you can see. Maybe any questions? Sorry?
No.
Yeah, so I think what the plan is with around the team is that like if given that like some of the like name endings and things like that has is going to Ganesh team, and then what I was hoping is that Pepe Ben, yourself, and Philip probably can just kind of manage the I'm not sure how much Philip wants to be involved in terms of kind of liaising with the SCT on certain things. So it could be just mainly you, Pepe, and Ben. And then we can get Philip to just manage all the RSVPs. But then we have CVent, which hoping that Jet and the team can kind of help us set up and then also just do the sending. Any thoughts, Pepe?
Yeah, I thought that was quite a good idea.
Yeah, so what we have is kind of the SCT layer. Then we will probably have a layer between you and the SCT. But for Europe, it will probably be Kirsty, and then she would be the one kind of helping us to move, like be on top of the SCT and help us move things forward. And then for Asia, it could be probably PJ and a Dimitri. And for US, not sure you've heard, but Steph has hired a new person in US. He will be kind of assisting her on like some of the ESD stuff, as well as doing some of this events management, as well as branding management. Yeah. So he would be that layer between like the US SCT, say a Steph and an Ellen, and he will work. Gary, this person is called Gary. He'll work with y'all to kind of do like probably like with the wording and things like that. He'll be that next layer, and then he will probably be the one liaising on the logistics. Yeah.
So for logistics, Europe will also be like a C and Asia by 4?
No, I don't think so. So, like, given that Kirsty is kind of on part time, and we might have to handle the logistics, but she can be copied on it and helping us to, you know, if they need to do a call and things like that, she can help us with it.
Okay.
Yeah, because like now, given that your this like your role pay and say a Ben, your role would be kind of just picking up some of the RSVPs that come through via email and updating CVent and just managing the RSVP numbers, just giving an update to say a custody, for example, and then if there's anything else you need, you can ask custody to help you get from the SCT, for example.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then you all will do some of the logistics, like,
So the host, all the hosts, the initial part like the host, all these
yeah,
will be handled.
correct. Yeah, by you guys.
Oh, by
But
us.
just for US, you'll be handled. It's best to have Gary handle them.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, because I don't think in Asia and Europe we have that uh capability and like capacity there for say PJ or associate or custody to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. So hopefully that like and then we have able online to help with the CRM part. So hopefully that makes things easier. But we might
Um,
want to yeah,
sorry.
go ahead.
Because you said able to be handling the student part. So for instance, like when the SCT say, can we invite this person after we have set up the invite? So I'll send it to the able, and they will send the invite.
Yeah, so you need to give them the give them the inconvenience like information so that they can upload and then they can send the invite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think I'll run through the CRM process and then you guys can just jump in to see if there's anything to kind of tweak to fit our processes. I'll just tell you all like what I've been doing and then I think after that we can kind of think about how we want to um split say um like Europe and Asia for example. Yeah. And then where bread comes will come in is probably just generating the list, maybe, depending on how it works. So Pepe and Ben probably have a think about that. Yeah, but we won't involve Brett too much in the whole process of events. Yeah, it will mainly managed by you guys. Okay?
I have to think about it because Brett seems to be taking a long time generating.
Sorry, sorry?
No, I mean Brett seems to be taking a long time generating this.
Yeah, so probably I'm not sure like it could be kind of a Ganesh team thing as well on this generation or yeah.
I,
So anyway
I
the
think
aim this time around is just to be less like given that we have Steven now and then certain things can be done by able online and also by say a custody then hopefully it's less kind of like a washing machine kind of like here like there's a lot of things flying here and there into your plate.
I'm thinking maybe because since MIT a lot of people knows how to generate a list. Actually, we can call it planning on how to generate an event list because for instance like HR event, we have to take away the people who are do not invite. Maybe we can write a manual for it and then we train everyone to learn how
Yep,
to
okay.
generate
So
the events.
I think wait, this is like a training that you can do
Yeah.
and have someone support you. Oh yeah, no, I forgot about Li Ting as well. So probably like Li Ting, we can put her on some of those like easier to manage ones like Australia, which she has done before, and then probably like uh I think for now and probably a webinar one. Yeah, we can probably pass it to her.
Yeah. Because then she's still
Yes.
only to 3 consultants, is it?
think Ben, a question for you. If Li Ting is still holding 3 consultants.
Yeah, she's still holding 3 consultants. Trying to
Yeah.
offload her, but don't have any more manpower, so
Can. So we'll see how it goes when once in January we start on Ganesh team, and yeah, see how that goes, and then we want to manage this events piece amongst say the 4 of you. Yeah. So and then given that this is quite high value as well, it's really good for, I mean, especially like you, Ben, to be involved in, because I think this is an area that, yeah, we could really use your capabilities on. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I will save this on Dropbox, and you guys can pick it up. And then now we will go into CVent. I'll start recording this. Okay, so this is the CVent login page. It's app.cvent.com, and then you can log in. The there's this like company user number, which is TCCG SG001, and then the login email, it's help@chairmancg.com, and password is just chairmancg99. And then you can just log in. So CVent, it's the, as you know, it's the software that we use to do our events, mass mailing, as well as the RSVP management. It enables us to customize the invites, customize, have like reports as well run on kind of invite status or whichever, which I'll like run you through which are the main reports they will do. And we have so far done the last 2 Singapore events at G class as well as Standard Chartered, which didn't happen. We also did the Christmas Singapore drinks for the first and business class place candidates, and then we also did the last batch of Hong Kong meetings this December via CVent as well. So there's actually a few templates available already. So when we do a new event, what you do here, it's we would base it on one of this one of the late, like a similar format of events. So what you do here is you create an event. There's this green button on the top right here to create event, and then there's this step-by-step like structure that will put you through how to set up the event via CVent fully. So it's quite, I say, foolproof as well. So you can go through the steps here. If not, just close out. What I would do, it's a creation method, create using an existing event. Then you just look for one that is a similar one. I would use the depending on what kind of meeting it was. If you're doing a HR one, probably look for a HR leaders one. If you're doing a talent management one, look for a talent one. If not, TA one. But if not, you can just use one of the similar ones to create, and then I'll then amend accordingly. So for example, let's wait, because we are having this Dubai event coming up, and then you kind of receive some notes. Probably let's try to set up the Dubai one. So I will do this using the Hong Kong HR leaders meeting at GE1. I'll select, and then it will kind of auto-populate a few things for us. So always set scheduled emails to be manually sent. If not, probably we might forget that we are sending we set a certain date, and then we forgot about it, and then emails go out without proper invites being done. So always set to manually send. Then you just change the title accordingly. So let's see which is the word. Okay, so this is the one. Let's have a look for the dates. Okay, so we are doing this as a regional HR leaders meeting in Dubai. That's the title of the meeting. So let's go back to CVent and then update this accordingly. So regional meeting in Dubai, and then it's at Shangri-La Hotel. Let's just have a quick look at other invites. Okay, cool. So then you can just want to, if you just put that in, and then probably you can put at Shangri-La Resort, so you can identify which meeting it is. And then if depending on what kind of meeting it will be, you can just put a description there. For example, like previously I put that it's a group 1 and 2 HR session in Hong Kong, and this one at Shangri-La could be the same as well, so you can just put it as like in Dubai. And then you find the correct time zone. Let's see. I'll just put one anyhow first, assuming it's a rep. Yeah, let's put it there. And then registration deadline. So we will follow what the RSVP, I mean the invites say. So 11 January. So we'll find 11 January and then put it to the 2359. Yeah. And then start date will be the date of the event, which is 1st of February, and then the time it's 8:30 to 11:30. 11:30. So you just change the time accordingly. So then you just, next one is where you just put the, yeah.
The registration date, does it wave the, instead of using wave 1 is the closing date for wave 1?
Yes, correct. So as we do the next wave, we change this registration deadline so that it keeps our event open on CVent.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, so that because this registration deadline will actually fit into the invites. So you'll see that later. So if when we send wave 1, the registration deadline mentioned will be say 11 January, but when we send wave 2, we will when we change the registration deadline accordingly, it will appear differently. But when say the person say go back and open a wave 1 invite, they will still see 11 January even though we've already changed the registration deadline to a later date.
How about for this event, will 11 Jan be too late to send changes?
So we can actually send before that as well.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, so I mean we just use it as an example first lah. Like you will know which like registration deadline it will be when we get when we know when to send out the invites. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Cool. So I'll continue on. on the where. So it will be great that if you can collect the address information straight away. So once you have it, you just put it in. Probably I'll just put like say UAE, and then I'll just put Dubai for now. And then once we have the address, we can just add it in. And then event planner, we would put Ben, because it's the main one for this event, and then next. So these are the information that we want to give to Able Online for them to set up. Okay, so next. Okay, so there are a couple of features that PlanCvent has. So with under planning, we will want to have the speakers take, and then the rest you can just ignore. Because we have speakers for the event, so you just want to have it there so that you can change their status to a speaker status after that when we decide that they're the speaker. Yeah. Then the rest you can ignore. So usually we would do like, although PlanCvent allows us to have like multiple sessions for, say for example we do 2 events in Dubai, we can put them into one event and then have them, give them the choice. If when we want to give people a choice of which event to attend, we can use sessions. But if not, we'll just do them as individual events. Okay. Then next will be other features like website registration. We want both the mobile website and mobile registration open so that people can access these invites and the RSVP page by mobile. And then we just want to keep the registration type whereby we will differentiate between the host and then like usually the next, we just want to have a host registration type there so that we can identify who's our host. And then we want to have the invitee surveys, which is, there's this regret survey, which is for those that click on no. They will have a survey whereby to mention why they are unable to attend. Same with the cancellation, why did they cancel? And then there's a feedback survey. Okay so far? So yeah, survey is actually for post events, but we haven't used that for now, so just take note, FYI. And then on site is like there's this option to create badges and certificates, like name badges. So you can just check that first in case we do want to use it and we can design something. Okay. So this is like on the website registration portion. So you can see this checklist here. Then just go on to next. Just follow the steps through. And then with promotion and communication, we want email invitations, have web links for the invites, as well as, because it comes with a website as well. So we want just web links available in case we want to copy and paste and let people invite like RSVP. And then we will have invitation lists as well as email alerts. This email alerts is to alert, like say our registration deadline, alert the planner itself that registration deadlines is here, and then if not, like the RSVP has reached the like the full target already, and then do we want to have wait lists and things like that. Yeah. So there's always this eye symbol here whereby you can look at it to see what this item is for. So once this done, you click on finish, and then you set this up. So this is kind of your main overview of the event, and then you just have to go through there's this checklist on the right hand side here. You can see what are the actions you need to do in order to finish setting up your event. So firstly, we want to check our registration types. So just click on that action. Because just doing some aircon cleaning at home, so a bit noisy. Hope you all still can hear me. So because we created this event using an existing event template. So this is more or less already fixed. So we will only use this 3 registration types unless like we want to further dissect our invite list. Yeah. So this is done. So once you're done, you can just check off, and then you can go to the next step. So next one is website and registration. We want to customize the layout of our event website. This is the site whereby when people click on our invites, they'll be routed to this registration page. And this will be kind of the holding site when they finish the registration or finish the regret survey. Yeah. So once you reach here, we would want to change, the only thing to change is to change the header to a banner that we can use. I'll just quickly show you the preview of the website first. So this is kind of how it looks. We will want to change the main header here, and then as well as the content in this second section here. And the rest is just feeding from our event details. So to change the header, we will need to upload the image that we want. So click on this dotted button here. Go to the Chapman folder. If the file is not here, you go to click on the add file and then find the file to use on Dropbox. So I've actually created Jet, you might want to invite. I think you can access this via help at Chairman CG's Dropbox account. So under Chairman CG branding, go to this PlanCvent banner imagery. There is this banner working file, and then there's just a couple of other banners here, but some of them have already been uploaded there. If you cannot find the appropriate one, create a new one. For example, with this Dubai one, use this image here, change to regional HR leaders meeting in Dubai. What I do next is I would open let me just find open with, then open Paint. What you do is you copy these 2 images, paste it into Paint to create the JPEG file for yourself to upload. So once this done, you just narrow this down to like just fit this nicely, and then just save it as a JPEG file on this Chapman CG branding and then PlanCvent banner imagery. You can just, so you name it accordingly. I think it's best to use JPEG one. So you can just name it as banner. Just put Dubai regional HR in Dubai. So once this done, you can go back to PlanCvent and then upload this into banner. Okay, here it is. Open. and then look for it here, and then scroll down to insert. So once that's done, save, and then the rest you do not have to touch, but just check on the footer that because we have purchased such that we do not have a CVent footer, it should not display. So ensure that this display powered by CVent is a no, display CVent copyright is a no, because we do not want any other branding on this site besides our own. So this is you. If you use an existing event, it will be just no, but just want to double check there. So that's done. Then what you could do next is check this, and then choose the visual theme for your event. This one you do not have to touch because it's also kind of fixed already. You just have to look through and then just tick that this is done. And then we want to organize your event website pages and content. So we will only be using the home page. So click on it. And then we will just change the title accordingly to what we have here. It will be just what our event title we gave. So just copy and paste. And then save and continue editing. And then we come to this summary section to edit this content here. So PlanCvent, this is the portion that we want to give to able to update. So it will just be what I have here for Hong Kong was join us at Chairman CG's next Hong Kong Asia Pacific HR Leaders Meeting, co-hosted by the host name and then the host title, and then add the company name, and then saying this meeting will be attended by 25 to 30 HR leaders. If it's kind of a talent one, we want to change it to talent acquisition, talent management or whatever. And then around the subject of paste in the subject, the theme of the meeting, and then also the next line is just generic saying we will also take time to discuss other important issues, trends as appropriate. And then next line is to please see our Chapman CG HR networking website for more information about track similar meetings. So over here I'll just amend accordingly, and so usually it's derived from the invite itself. So when you paste things, always paste as plain text so that it do not affect the formatting that's already on here. And then paste the theme of the and then we just want to bold the theme of the event, and then press OK. And then the rest we will just display when the meeting happens, where the meeting is, and the rest will not be displayed. So just press save, or save and continue editing, or save is fine. And then you can just check this box as well. So you can just click on the preview to see the website, how it looks like. So you have the updated header, updated content in there, and then you can see the invite, the event date, day and time, and then the address and the host name. Yeah, so that's that. And then we do not need to do the mobile website, but you can just have a quick look here. There's nothing to add on actually, so you can just have a look and play around with it, but nothing to edit there. So then we go on to the next step. It's to we previewed our event website already. And then make any necessary updates to your event website text. Where there's nothing, you can skip that step. And then the next important part is to verify the security of your site. So it should, the search engine settings, this event can appear in search engines results. It should be a no because we are only doing an invite by invite event. And then we do not want to set any authentication methods for visitors because it's quite fiddly for them. And then who will be allowed to register is private because again it's by invite only. Then we go to setting up our registration process, which if we kind of do like based on a previous event, we usually can skip this couple of steps, but we just want to check through just in case. So we want to enable registration modification, and we set the deadline to, usually we will edit such that it's till the day of the event. We just allow that. And then cancellation as well, we will just set to the date of the event. And then the rest, mobile friendly registration enabled, yes. We do not want to automatically add accepted invitees to a contact group. That's not necessary. And then we can just save this. So far okay? Get any questions from you and the team?
Yes. Can we like do a fake one for us? Like we can try or see on ourselves, because following it seems a bit more than one simple thing to do.
Yeah, sure. So probably because given that we have like one, like a few events coming up that we are going to prepare, we can give you some like examples, and then you can set up one. So just you know that every event we like go live on, it's 75 US dollars. We pay by event.
Okay.
So we definitely have to use the event after that. If not, you go to waste. But it's because we have a lot of events coming up, so it's okay. So that if once you try, we can kind of reuse that one, and then send out our event invites. Yeah.
Okay, noted.
Okay. So identification and security registration is only open to those that are on our invite list, and then registrants can, I mean invitees can register through the email invitation or the event website. We do not limit that. There's this register button at the bottom of the website, but usually we will encourage them to do it via email invitations, which the buttons are already there when you see it later. And then we do not want to skip identity confirmation from them. I will just show you through after that. And then we want to pre-populate the information registrants have with us. So like their name, their first name, last name, and then their email address will be pre-populated so that they do not have to kind of fill in the form like from the start. Then we will identify registrants by their email address. And yeah, so that's that. Anyway, there will be also materials on the support community as well as training links, which I'll send to you guys to check out. And then any questions you can chat with me, or we can kind of reach out to the support community. Yeah. So contact fields in the registration page, I only have like the first name, last name, company, the email address, as well as a CC email address whereby we want to have the label I have there is EA's email address if any, so that when we do want to when we reach out to kind of like the top HR leader, they usually have an EA that they want to copy on in the event information. Yep, so this is where it will go to, and then it will be kind of saved in CVent as well. So when we send follow-ups, they'll be copied, the EAs will be copied on it. The rest, nothing to update. And so as the confirmation. So this is more or less done. Okay. What's next would be, I'll just show you all the surveys. So you can access all the items that's open to us for this event via the tabs on top here. So currently we are at the website registration. Registration questions we have here are just asking if that's the first time they're attending meeting with us. What are the areas of topic or discussion points they would like to hear at the meeting, and then other comments and questions for us to collect any feedback accordingly. So if they answer this other comments and questions, the planner will receive an alert in their inbox, and then they can either reply to them accordingly or like call them or email them. Yeah. So this is usually fixed. But if it's a webinar, we will want to change the wording accordingly if this is the first time you've attended a webinar with Chairman CG. Yeah. And then the other regret surveys, asking why they cannot attend, and then ask if they would like to host. So these are for those that press on the no RSVP, and if they would like to be kept informed of future meetings. So if this is for a webinar, we will remove like the asking if they would like to host future meetings. Yeah. And same with the cancellation, but it's the same questions. Okay. These are for those that has already RSVP as yes, but probably there's a change in their schedule or something like that. Then they want to cancel. They can unregister, and then they will be receiving this. They'll be routed to this link to answer these questions. And then feedback survey, we haven't really used it yet, but it can be used to ask them whether they want to host future meetings, any feedback for us, how do they rate the meeting itself. Yeah. So all these don't really have to touch. I won't go through the barcodes and the badge and certificate till we need to use it. Then next important thing would be the promotion communication, which is all our invite list as well as the invites itself. So what we do is we go to invitation list. As you can see here, there is this wave 1 invite list BD. You can click on it and you can see like we can use this invite list to upload our first batch of invite list and then edit the names accordingly. So for example, for Dubai, if it's all going to be sent from Ben, we can use this name. If it's going to be sent from Abby, we will change it to say AW so that we can differentiate like who, like this batch of invites is from who and which batch of invites it is. Okay, so once we've got that, hold on, you can upload the list of invites. So go to list members, import contacts. So we will want to always insert new contacts and update existing contacts. so that we keep like the full list there. And then we want to match contacts by their email addresses. Because we do not have the source ID information from Convenience. So just go to next. And then we want to find the file that we have. So maybe we want to pass able online the file. The file should be in this format here. Let's see. Is there a CVent? No. Okay. So there shouldn't be any duplicated column names on it. We want to have our, I think I'll use a Hong Kong one as an example to show this better. So what we do is we want to have the first name, last name, nickname columns. We want to have only one email address column. So maybe when we generate the list, we want to have the email 1, email 2, and then after that reconcile for those that, if we are sending via the contact email, we want to reconcile for those that doesn't have work email. Just kind of filter on the blanks and then kind of copy over their personal email and then delete one of the email columns and rename the main email column as email address so that when we upload to PlanCvent it picks it up. Okay? And then the other columns as it is, just no duplicated column names, header names. So once that's done, you can kind of upload. Let me just try doing this using this file. So Dropbox. Jet, probably you might also just want to access it via Dropbox so that we do not have too many lists like going around.
Okay, noted.
So Steven, just open, and then just click on no. Next, then you go. Then you'll be come to this step. Step 3, map fields in the import file to fields in PlanCvent. So there's no full name column field, so we do not import that. And then we import the first name, nickname, last name. Just ensure that it match according to the PlanCvent fields. Email address. We do not want to import the titles. We import the company, address, country, continent. Yeah.
Can we import the titles? Because when we run out the report, because you know that event that still now we have unknown, especially a few nights, and then it just happened that two people are having the same name, and we can match them by their titles.
Actually, given that I do not have them open in the registration settings, like when they fill in their personal details, the title doesn't appear. So I think should be okay because my concern was that the titles appear and then it's kind of our coded titles instead of their original titles. Yeah.
No, I mean when we upload the file, because we'll be running the report again so that we can know who are
Yeah, I know. My concern was previously not to upload it because I had that title
I understand.
field open. Yeah, so now that we are not going to do that because I don't think it's necessary to have that available for them to fill in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's okay. So I think the field to upload to is a destination. Okay, and then once you're done, just press next, and then you can just go to next. It will just us if this is the correct invite list to upload to. So once you're so the most important thing is that this last section here, I confirm that these contacts have given me permission to send emails to them related to my business. Then just click on the yes radio button, and then just finish it. So once it's done, when you go back to this invite list, you will see that the members here will be listed, like the number of people that have uploaded will be here. I will just quickly show you what it looks like on one of the events. Okay, so you can see. Yeah. So while we wait for them to upload, sometimes it will take a while. We'll go to the invite event emails. So from here, we would usually this is just the main number of invites that we will have. We will have the wave 1 invite, the chaser invite, the registration confirmation, modification confirmation, the final logistics, the cancellation confirmation, regret, and then event thank you and feedback. Yeah, usually post event we don't really use, but it will just be this main 3 sections here to take note of. So we will start with the first invite, which is the wave 1 invite. So just click on it. I'll just do one example, and the rest we just have to follow accordingly. So we just change the details to make it such that it fits the correct one. So say Dubai, Shangri-La, wave 1 invite. Then we will copy the invitation text accordingly, and then change the subject. Then okay, and then from Ben, and then find the correct email address from the drop down. If it's not Ben, then for example it's a GT, then just find GT's email and then change to say Graham, for example. But in this case it's Ben. So then active yes. Audience is the undecided invitees, those that have an RSVP, and then we send an email manually. So once that's done, just save. Okay, we go to the content and then edit. So what we do, this is kind of, the structure is fixed already. What we need to do is to change the banner as well. So just click on the banner, press delete, and then like press the backspace so that it's thinner. Go to insert, go to the media library, find the same banner that we use for the website, insert, and then it will appear. And then from here, we would copy the text accordingly. And then go to home, paste as plain text. So the text font here it's Arial 10.5. Okay, so just take note of that. And then we just do the formatting accordingly. So as you can see here, we have this time, date, and location, which we can use insert data tags here to link it to some event details. So as you can see, we have the start time data tag, and then end time, and then the e start date. This is the data tag. I'll show you how it looks like when it comes up, and then Dubai. E location is just the, let's go back to the event details. It's usually just the host name. As you can see, this one. Yeah. And then you can see the registration deadline. And this is the buttons to RSVP, and then we just change the sign off accordingly and Abby. So if just take note that these two wordings here always change in font size. So just change it to, I think it's a 10. So just take note of that, Jet. But you can also otherwise amend the HTML accordingly. All these images like the Chapman CG and then the LinkedIn and mail images are all in the media library as well, which you can pick up. And then you just need to hyperlink it, just click on the image and then insert hyperlink, and you can hyperlink it. Yeah. See? So all these are hyperlinked already. And if you need kind of other people's invite, I mean email signatures, you can look at previous events and look for them there. I've done for most of the Singapore directors as well as Hong Kong. But the rest you might just want to start afresh slightly, so you just amend them accordingly and re-hyperlink their mail and LinkedIn. And if it's a Singapore invite, we need to keep this here. If not, you can remove it. The EA license numbers. Yeah. So this is done. So just press save. And you can just preview to see what it looks like here. Okay? And then you would see that for the main invite text, there's this link here right at the top to have a web page link. This is just in case people can't read the email, the full email of their inbox. Then we have that, which you can see here. So email format with HTML. We want to have click tracking so that we can report on who has read our email and who has opened it. And then we want to send an additional copy of email, yes, to the CC email address so that we can cover the EAs. And then we include a link to a web page version of this email, yes. And then this will be the text that will appear in that when we add that data tag. Okay? So this is how we do the invites. So the rest are the same as well when we amend. So we can't do any sending till we make this go live. Yeah. Any questions for now? Jet? Pei.
Confirming.
Hi, Bo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all the time zone, all those information can be edited again, right? If it is not entered correctly.
Correct. So what I will do is you edit the main event details so that because when we use the data text, you can see like now it will just fit into the invite text itself. Yeah. Right, same with
Okay,
the
then,
registration deadline as well. Yeah.
okay, so so another thing, if we have like this event is Bendy and Abby, so do we need to send from both or just send from Ben will do?
So send from
Uh,
Ben will do for this.
or
Yeah.
oh, okay. So
I
will there be a case that we will send from different owners?
There is, so I can just show you. So for example, this GCAS event, we actually send from different owners. So you will have different invite lists for them. So just now you see we have this list. So you need to have individual lists created for them, Excel files, and then
Mm,
we upload them accordingly. And then we kind of
okay.
name it such that, we know that who is the sender of that. And then when you go into the invite event emails, you will see that, say, for Chin, for example, you will see that it's from her name. So what you can do is, what we will do is we set up the main the default one first. Let me go back to this one. So let's say once we set this all up for, say, Ben already,
Mm,
correct?
mm,
We want to do, like, say, this event one several Ben and Abby. Abby also has a list. So what you do is
okay.
when you go to invitation list, create invitation list. So let's say it's a wave one Abby. Okay. And then we want to have all emails go from Abby Wattles. I think there's a S. Then we just find the email, which I'll show you how to do that later. Um, then use another list email. Yes. Then we find, say, bands, so that all the templates that we've done for band will come across. The rest, just put no, and then just save. So when we get that, we go back to event emails, then we look for Abby. Okay?
Mm,
And you will see that when you click on, say, a wave one, it will be from Abby and then the emails. But then what you need to do is to change the sign off accordingly. So that
okay.
reduces the number of things we need to change. So for example,
Okay.
this one we put, like, say, Abby and Ben, for example. Then
Mm,
we would ask able to kind of change this accordingly. For example, yeah, because Able has been doing all the signatures, so I think they're aware.
mm,
So for example, then you can just save. So what you do is, we might just want to copy the um, signature, and then we want to kind of do other um, templates. Then we go to the chaser. So this is, I think, men's. Go back. Say go back to the chaser. Say the registration confirmation. Then we edit. Then we just paste over. But you see, like, you just have to format it accordingly so that, yeah. Okay, and then yeah, then you can just save. Okay, so I mean, just usually follow the templates accordingly. Like, for example, the things that we need to set up before we send any other invites out. It's the wave one must be done. Modification and registration must be done because they're automatically sent once people click on a yes or no um on the invites. Cancellation
mm.
and regret has to be done. So this 5. Chaser, final logistics, and thank you and feedback we can do later. Yeah.
Okay.
But if we
So
have that all set up, then when we copy over, it's easy as well.
mm,
Yeah.
lastly, on the list itself, on the list with the email address, how do we How do we identify the EAs in the list?
Okay, so in the list, right, then if we have the EAs, insert a column, name it as CC email address, then we put in the email address for the EAs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when they register, right, they also have the option to, let me see if I can um click on one of the registration. Not sure if it still works.
What's the maximum number of CC emails?
Oh, no maximum. Oh, five.
Five. So in between two emails, you must put a comma or something.
I think we can add the so it so we manage all our the all the all the lists that we upload will be directed into this address book, and there's this CC email address here, which I think we can add more fields to it or put it as a comma. Yeah, I will just need to double check that. But I
Okay.
don't think we would have like say more than a two. Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. So let's say we register.
Mm.
You will see this is how the registration page looks like. We are asking them to fill this for sure, and then this is where the EA. So once they enter it, it will fit into this contact list here, and this field will be filled up. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So then they receive the confirmation email accordingly once they finish it. Yeah. So
So, oh, sorry. So CVN
okay.
will have a separate address book or something like that.
Yeah, correct. It's kind of another database,
Mm.
but
So
we
do.
it's not really a live one. Yeah.
Mm.
So we need to think about how we want to manage the contact list there. What I'm intending, because we insert new contact and update existing contacts. So and then it identifies via email addresses. So probably if they change email addresses, there'll be just another contact in there. But it will still fit correctly into the people that we want to send invites to. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm intending to kind of uh, delete the clean up the contact list regularly. Like if we
Okay.
do have a stop in between events, then I think it's good to clean out, and then like so that we always have fresh, like a clean contact address book on CVent. But everything should be kind of based in immediate. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Quite
So
clear.
this is uh Jet, I think I'll leave this to you guys to just play around and then come back to me on questions after you review um the training links as well.
Yes.
Um
Okay.
yeah, and then so I'm gonna just teach you how to add the email addresses for like senders. So what you do is go to admin. Okay, then it's email settings. Go to email addresses and then add. So we want to say Abby, which we don't have. Then AW at chat. Abby Walters. Next. So when you do that, you'll send a confirmation email. Go into the inbox to pick it up, and then we will be able to have them listed here. And then when you do your invites, you can select the email from there. Yeah. then it will just appear here already. Okay. So besides this, okay, then let's say if someone reply to the email instead of clicking on the yes or no, we have to kind of register on behalf of them. Either you can click yes on the email for them or no on the email for them, and then you'll be routed to the registration page or the regret survey page accordingly. Or alternatively, you can come to invitee management, whereby you can see who has responded and who has not. Probably I'll use a live, like an old event to show you. So, for example, so you can search using this search field here, saying like Roy has replied to the email instead of pressing it. Press the RSVP, then you can either click on register for them or click on decline. So let's say you click on decline. They'll ask if you want to send a confirmation email to the invitee. If you click on decline, they'll receive the regret confirmation. But if you're gonna let the consultant reply, then you will just click on no. But if not, if you want to send an automated one, just click on yes and it will just be gone, and then you'll be kind of given, let's say just click on no, and then you'll be routed to this, and then you just kind of fill in for them what's their reason for not coming. Yeah, and then just finish it up. And then same with if you register for them. Let's see. If you register for them, register. So you just put in all the necessary. Next. And then there will be an option to say whether you want to send them the registration trigger emails or not. If not, then just click on uncheck the box and then just finish up. Yeah, so this is what we can, I think we'll do when we kind of pick up those emails from the replies to our invite emails. Yeah. Can Pepe?
I'm sure.
Yeah, so I think so from when you see the overview, you'll get the view of like how many people has registered. There's this chart here, and then there's also the tally numbers here, like who has accepted, who has declined, who has cancelled, and then who hasn't responded. Yeah, and then alternatively, you can go to reporting, standard reports. Two reports that I will use is the status chart. I don't know I use that. Yeah, no, I do not use the charts. I would use the invite status list, and then just select all the invitee responses status, and then click on the select the fields that you want to see besides the first name, besides the contact name. So like for example, you want a title, then yeah, and then the rest of the fields like owners, etc., are all custom contact fields which we will upload to. So you can also run that, and once you run, you'll get something like the coding sheet, and then you just have to sort it accordingly. Yeah. Okay, so this is what I'll run. And another report I'll run is to also check for the bounces, which is the emails by email actually. So these are the ones that you want to look at to see how many have we sent, how many is open, and what is the open rate, and how many were undelivered. And for those that were undelivered, like we need to pick them up and then do the bound stuff accordingly. So you can just run the report, and then you can see, say, you can sort. Okay, you can sort by email status by clicking on it, and then check for the email that's undelivered and check out why it's undelivered. Yeah, so we do go through the bound stuff accordingly. Okay, so these are the two main reports that I will use: email rates by email and invite status list to get the coding sheet or RSVP list. Yeah. Mm, yeah, so I think that's all for now. I think as we give it a go on CVent, any questions that come the way, I mean, like I myself am learning on this as well, so we can just work on this together. Questions?
None at the moment.
None.
Thanks. Pepe?
Not at the moment too. How about just now you mentioned about the helping the invitees to register or decline, so it will be done by the people who are managing the RSVP?
Yes, correct. So it'll be kind of like we can like can be done by you. Then I think I'm just I think we can play around with a few ideas like who we can ask to help with, because this person will have to sometimes might have to kind of reply the email itself on behalf, and then must be able to understand like what the email is all about to RSVP accordingly.
Okay, sure.
So I guess I'll send you the training links to have a listen, and then I think always try to use the support community here to kind of search on what you need. Just search the community, and then oh yeah, just one extra thing to mention, Jet, is on the uh final logistics note. Uh, over here there's this numbering. You will need, if you want to insert a new number, it doesn't give the extra spacing in between, so you need to go into the HTML code to amend such that it's usually what I do is because you guys are, I think, know HTML code, so you all will know what to do. But what I do usually is, let me see, after parking what I do is I kind of copy the codes from here in order to get the extra line, something like that. Yeah. So I'll leave you all to play around, and then any questions can just come to me. And I think we might be, like we might have to do one for Dubai like in the next 2 weeks already. So yeah.
Oh, but by the way, if we want to add more invitees, for instance, like we have already sent out one, then maybe this come along and say you want to send 2 more invites to these 2 persons. How do we add them into it?
Okay, so what I will do is I'll go back to the invite list. If say we still can, it's still before the deadline, and then we just want to send the wave 1 invite. We just go to wave 1 invite list, import the contacts, and then just import them accordingly. Then when we want to, I'll just show you on this on a live event. Oh yeah, hold on. I'll just show you how to do that. So once we add them to the existing invitation list, we just go back to the wave 1 invite text, send manually, look for the two invitees that we added, say Justin and Chin. Then you just check their names and then send email. Send. Then they will get it. Okay? Oh yeah, so once we all finish everything is okay, we want to test the invites, right? We launch the event, and then from there we can do the testing. So you can send a test, send, test. So once whenever we finish a invite text, just send to say email address, and then just put in whoever's email, say Ben, PayPay, etc. Yeah, and then you can send that. Once it's all tested and okay, we can then send the invitations manually and just check all the names and send. Okay? Any other questions? That was a good question. PayPay.
No, that and then more.
Okay, cool. So we'll play around with this and just let me know if you have any questions. Okay, thanks guys. I'll follow up offline with you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.